Hey guys, I'm Carly from All the Pretty Books. I think this is the 84th or maybe 87th time I've tried to film this video. So to say that I'm getting frustrated is an understatement. It is either something with my audio not working, my video not working, my something not working. So anyway, I apologize. The lighting in here is still crap, despite what I'm trying to do to fix it. So that is also frustrating me right now. But anyway, I got some book mail in from Estonia and I wanted to show you guys because they're really, really fun. So I'm going to remember how fun the books are, forget how frustrated I am, and let's get started. But before we do, for those who are coming back to my channel, hello again. It's nice to see you guys and I appreciate your support. Y'all are great. And for those who are new, I am Carly. Like I just said, I've been collecting Harry Potter books since around 2009 and Harry Potter translations since 2014 or so. But I've decided that I'm going to take my collection in a new kind of direction. I'm real excited, but that means I'm going to be selling off a decent amount of translations, I think, over the next little bit to free up space and to free up some money so I can go back to what I really enjoy, which is the rare and signed Harry Potter books. That's what drew me into collecting Harry Potter, and that's kind of where I would like to go back to, I think. I love translations, I love language, and I love cover art, but I would like to have some more rare and signed things, so that's going to be what I'm going to be up to. Anyway, just in from Estonia are these books right here. They are not necessarily new, they are just new to me, but they are unique cover art. And it's a really fun backstory of how they came to be. So when the Estonian Harry Potter translation was first released back in 2000, it was released with the Mary Grand Pré cover art. Varric is the publisher, whose name I'm probably mispronouncing and I apologize. But it was using the Mary Grand Pré cover art from the United States books. That felt awkward. From the US books, the US Harry Potter books. Mary Grand Pré is the illustrator of those. It was released in hardcover with jacket and then released in a later edition of softcover. But Varric, the publisher, decided when they were going to re-release the books in 2021 that they wanted to have a different cover art and hopefully an Estonian, preferably an Estonian illustrator. So they held a competition. There were 50 entrants, and of those 50 entrants, three were chosen by the publisher, and their work was shown to J.K. Rowling's group, and the group pretty much picked the winner, and Hannah Serracano, whose name I'm probably mispronouncing, and again, I'm so sorry, was the winner. She was a young college student at Lake Forest College in Illinois. She's originally from Tallinn, Estonia, and she won. And it is her cover art that graces all 7 covers of the Estonian books now, which is really cool, or the new releases of the Estonian books now. What is even more interesting is that when she decided to enter the competition, she was still in university and she was in a class about designing book cover art. So I think that's really neat. She's a graphic designer. And what I really like about her books, and you'll notice as we get into them a little and I show you them, there's some common elements among them, but then there's also differentiation that, with pertinent images to that particular book on it. Also, I really like how each book has a main cover color that we see here, and it really makes for really nice shelf candy, if you will. I really do enjoy that. There's continuity, there's also differentiation, and I think they're very cleverly done, so I'm glad she won. She's very talented. So this is book 1, and I actually did a video of book 1 way back when I first got this book in the mail. I was in my car. I hadn't yet gone to storage in Texas where my book collection was being kept, and I hadn't pulled my books out, so I did a video of this book in my car because my books were still several states away. I've come such a long way from then, you guys. But yeah, this is book 1. One of the main things that you see that's continuous throughout the book art are the glasses. The glasses are always there. And the images within the glasses changes. And then there's always images down here. Some of the images down here are pertinent to the book. Like usually this, or actually not usually, this big middle image right here is pertinent to the book. Some of the side images aren't. They're kind of continuous throughout all the books. And again, it's because the images as well are continuous throughout the book. So I think that's very clever. Some of the images that we'll see throughout all of the books are going to be like the brooms. I believe snitches are always there. Wands are always there. And some of the other images change. I think owls are always there. But down here, we have the Mirror of Erised for the big image down at the bottom. And the Mirror of Erised is such a pivotal moment in Sorcerer's Stone. I remember when I was first reading the book, I actually reread the chapter about the Mirror of Erised when it first introduced it and all of that several times over because it was so touching and so well written, I thought. And I thought we really got to know Harry on a deeper level, Ron on a deeper level. And it was just very charming. So I'm really glad that the mirror here is depicted. Also up here, the image in the glasses looks like stones, which I think fits. It's kind of a geometric design. I think that fits with Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone or Sorcerer's Stone. I think that works very well. And while red is not my favorite color, there's a lot of red within Harry Potter cover art. And usually around book 1, and I actually do like this color red if I had to pick a red. I like kind of the berry tone color of it. I think it looks nice and rich on the shelves with the other colors that the rest of the Estonian books come in. And the back side has a really nice silhouette of Hogwarts Castle on the back, to be redundant. So I really do like that. I think the color choices are very well picked, very well coordinated. Book 2, I'm a big fan of green. If you've not caught my other videos, I love the color green, any shade of it. So I'm very drawn to this book. This is, of course, Chamber of Secrets. And one of the things that I think this illustrator, Hannah Saracano, does so well is that she uses images that are important to the story, ideas that are important to the story, but there aren't necessarily spoilers. You don't necessarily know what this was talking about. Like if I were to see this particular book on a shelf and I didn't know, I would be curious about what was going on, but none of the story plot would be spoiled by it. I might guess there were snakes, but I wouldn't know to what level. So here we have the glasses still, but what's interesting is that you have snakes being the rim of the glasses or the frame of the glasses, which I think is very interesting. Again, we have the lightning scar. Inside the glasses, we have snake skin, basilisk skin. And down here, the bottom image is Dobby. The big bottom image down here at the bottom is Dobby, which I love that. I love that Dobby's there and present, but also I love that the images on the books aren't necessarily, they're just silhouettes. So it's not super busy. It's just a very nice, very elegant depiction of the important elements within the story without giving too much away. And then there's, again, the Hogwarts silhouette on the back with green this time, which I really, really do like. Yeah. Also, we have the spider, Ford Anglia, cats. It's just delightful. And I'll put the links where I bought these books down below if you would like to purchase any or all of them. This is book 3. I really, really like the blue color. It's kind of a grayish blue, and I think it goes so well with the other colors being used. And of course, it's Prisoner of Azkaban. So here we have prison bars on the glasses, which I think is so clever. And then we have a man or person anyway behind the glasses, and then we have a dog over here on this side behind the glasses. And again, you don't really know what's going on, but I would be interested if I were to see this book on a shelf. I'd be interested about what the story were about. Then down here, some of the images at the bottom, we have the Stag Patronus, we have the Night Bus, we have Hippogriff, footprints from the Marauders map. You know, very neat time turner, very neat, important things to the book, and done so well. Done so very well. Book 4, and I love this color teal, I have to say. I think it's beautiful. It makes sense that the Goblet of Fire is the big central image down here at the bottom. And of course the Dark Mark, dragons, mermaids, lots of really fun stuff. Beetle. I love that there's a beetle in there. Very, very cleverly done. And it makes sense that the image within the glasses is fire. So very cool. Book 5. I kind of like the pinky red, orangey red. It's very vibrant, whatever color it really is. And up here in the glasses, we probably have members from the DA. We just have silhouettes of different people. So I'm guessing it's the DA members, which I kind of like that they're highlighted here. The big central image is the Thestral. We have the Veil. We have the Callbox, Centaur, and Dementor. And they're done very well. I like how the illustrator has arranged the images here. Book 6, really pretty purple. The image up here is a book. And then we have the Vanishing Cabinet, Horcruxes. Book 7, I like the black. We don't get too often just black or dark gray books. So I do like how the black sets everything else off. And then we have down here at the bottom, the big central image is a giant tent. And I have to laugh because one of my grad school friends, when she read Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, she called it Harry Potter and the Great Camping Trip. I'll never forget that. And so I think the big tent down here at the bottom is very fitting. Then we have the doe, snakes, and several other things. What's really frustrating, and not an image on the book, but I'm still going to talk about it, is down here, the book got snagged. It's brand new from the store. I got these books from a large Estonian bookstore online and just got them shipped here. And it looks like it hit like a screw or a nail, like on a conveyor belt, and it got snagged really hard because it's torn here and it goes all the way up in through the board, and then there's definitely board showing through. It's just really frustrating, and long, international returns are just kind of a hassle in and of themselves, so I'm not going to worry about it. Just, it's frustrating because you buy books new and expect them to look new, and this one is definitely not new looking, and that's frustrating. But anyway, the image up here I really do like. We have the Deathly Hallows mark, or symbol, and then we have death over here in one of the glass frames, and then we have the three brothers. So I like how the Tales of Beetle the Bard are brought in, which is very, central to it. I also really like how when you look at the book, the writing itself also appears and vanishes as well. So very well done. Same with the bottom imagery. And actually these books remind me a little bit of the brand new French books that were just released earlier, or I should say later last month. I think they came out around 26th, 25th of May. And it's the large French version of these, not the small junior folio, and they have new cover art out. I'm on the fence about buying any of those because, again, I really want to go back to rare and signed collecting instead of the translations, and I have half a bookshelf already of the French books that I really love, so I don't know that I need any more. I don't know when I wind up back in Paris, I will probably buy one at my favorite bookstore, which happens to be in Paris. If you would like more Harry Potter content, I co-host a podcast with Melanie, Eric, and sometimes Peter, and we are the official podcast of the Potter Collector. We all collect translations, just very differently, and we talk about it, and it's really pretty fun. And yeah, I'll put our links down below for that as well. If you have questions about collecting Harry Potter books, don't hesitate to reach out, and I look forward to talking to you very soon. If you have questions about signed Harry Potter books, I will leave Adam's information down below. You can reach him over at the Harry Potter Specialist. If you would like to see more Harry Potter covers from around the world, you can check them out on my website at alltheprettybooks.net under the translations, and I'm always updating that page, or not page, those many pages, I should say. And if you would like to hear what Harry Potter sounds like around the world, you can check out the Book That Lives project, also available on my website. And you can hear what Harry Potter sounds like in Greenlandic, Icelandic, Swedish, Portuguese, Norwegian, Danish, Dutch, and so many other wonderful languages that Harry Potter has been translated into. So with that, I'm going to say y'all are great. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting and good night.